Hi, I'm Neil. I'm a River Guardian for the Western Sussex Rivers Trust.
My name's Anne Denick. I do river fly monitoring and water testing.
I'm Sian MacLeod. I'm a trustee of the Western Sussex Rivers Trust and I'm also a volunteer River Guardian.
My name's Richards. I've been fishing various bits of the river for probably 20 years now, and I got involved with the Rivers Trust probably a couple of years ago, just doing the river fly surveys, the water sampling, and getting involved with trying to do a bit of river restoration work in some of the spots that I fish further up the river.
My name's Tony Whitbread. I'm a trustee of the Western Sussex Rivers Trust. I work as a volunteer doing the water quality testing.
Rivers are incredibly important for health of wildlife, health of people, for biodiversity, and actually for our general well-being. And the state of our rivers across the UK is pretty shocking. And I feel as a volunteer and a trustee of the Western Sussex Rivers Trust, I can do something to try and help.
There's an element of, I guess, anger about the state of our rivers and wanting to do something, however small, to improve them. That it's also obviously really nice to be involved with an organisation like the Rivers Trust. Just by meeting and talking to lots of like-minded people, it gives you a bit of a sense of optimism. There are lots of people that care about the rivers that want to try and do something to improve it.
I started volunteering because I needed to. I was looking after a chalk stream and a small conservation area, and I needed to know what was in the stream, and in order to be able to manage it sensitively, I needed the information.
The state of our rivers in this country is abysmal. It's one of the worst in Europe in terms of water quality. Basically, I would like to kind of not hand it over to the next generation in this condition. I would like to be a lot better by the time we hand it over, because it's only one of the world's rarest habitats, so it's kind of important.
So volunteers are incredibly important to an organisation like ours. We go out every month and regularly take water samples. We look at how much water it is, how it's flowing, how clear it is, and we test for nitrates and phosphates in the water, which are important indicators of water pollution.
So when you're testing, you do see very high levels of phosphate. The river suffers massively from sedimentation. So, very sandy soil in Sussex, or this part of Sussex, and that washes into the river. So that you've got pretty high levels of turbidity in the water a lot of the time. The banks collapse a lot. Gravel beds that you may have stood there on a summer's evening and catch 20 fish on the dry fly in the space of an hour, and you go there now and it's just a sand bed and there's nothing there anymore. The covering up of those spawning beds for things like sea trout and grayling, that's definitely had an impact.
We survey not only the stream, but we use the iRecord app so that we're putting in the damselflies, dragonflies, demoiselles, the birds, flowers. So it really puts you in contact with nature. It's lovely.
Often go out into nature, go for a walk and just get lost and get involved in a little damselfly flitting around, guarding his territory on the edge of the river and that kind of thing. And that kind of just chills you out, calms you down. You start to sort of centre yourself and start to breathe and just relax and just be a bit more chilled out.
The great thing about volunteering with environmental organisations is that you can get to be outdoors in nature, and it can be both very rewarding and very enjoyable, also very interesting. You learn so much about water, about the river catchments, where the waters start, where the waters go to, what matters, what's healthy, what's in the rivers, what should be in the rivers, what we can do to make them better. So it's the most fantastically rewarding experience.
It's a really common statement when you're fishing by a river and people walk past and say, oh, I didn't realise there were fish in there. And that is a really common statement, but that should be a really odd thing to say. Why should it be surprising that we have fish in rivers? It should be surprising that there aren't fish in these rivers. And I think through work like the Rivers Trust and the publicisation of the work we're doing, hopefully more people can get interested in rivers and care about their local rivers.
What we need is lots of people to actually get involved and come and help us look after our rivers. It's really important because we can be those eyes and ears. Regular dog walkers, you know, you're just walking along, you see a bit of pollution, you can report it. So it's really important that people get involved if we are to get on top of this, because it's a massive problem. It's nationwide, every river needs help. There's not a river out there that can't be improved. So yeah, get involved and find your local river trust, get involved.